everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Fireside Chat series. My name is Fred Koyechereme, and I'll be your host. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. I hope your Christmas was as delightful as mine. I hope that Santa was able to give you what you desired. And let me say that I'm very fortunate to have some very good gifts this year. So I hope Santa was equally good to you. We are delightful to have with us a very special person today. As you all know, today is the 26th of December. It's what we call Boxing Day, and that's a day that we do, good things to other people. We show our goodness to other people, especially people who are in need. So today is a special edition that we decided to do. See what we can also do, give back and share some light on people who are struggling. In Ghana, especially street children, and what we can all do to bring some delight or fun into their life, especially during this holiday season. So we are very fortunate to have with us a very special guest. She goes by the name of Miss Salome Delali Atiglah. She is the founder of Cherish A Child Foundation. Cherish A Child Foundation in Accra, Ghana. And what the work that they do is so important. So we thought today is a very special day to bring them, to join us here to talk to us about what they are doing to impact the lives of street children in Accra, Ghana. Cherish A Child Foundation is a charitable and child empowerment organization. They seek to impart into street children good values and inspiring them to reach their dreams. So this is their noble mission. And again, we are delighted to have them with us. They did a very special program today in Accra to celebrate street children and do something nice for them for the holidays. And she's going to talk to us about what they did today. Della, you are welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you. Let me also, full disclosure here. Della, Miss Salome, I should call her, is a cousin of mine, a direct cousin of mine. So, I am very, but to see that the good works that she's doing to change the lives of, kids who are, in very unfortunate situations. She's a very young person herself, but she's been able to take on this big role and making a huge difference for the last 3 years in Ghana. So I'm very proud of what you are doing, and thank you for joining us again.
Thank you, Fred.
So tell us something about yourself and what inspired you to establish Cherish A Child Foundation. It's a mouthful, Cherish A Child Foundation.
Yeah. All right. So I'm Salome Delali Atiglah. That's my full name, and I am an HR professional. However, I've worked with children for over 10 years. Growing up, I had this soft spot for children, but I didn't know what it was all about. But with time, I realized this was the whole reason why I had that soft spot for children. I met 3 street children once. I was going to the bank, and then after I heard their story and the uniqueness of their story, I decided to get to know more about street children. So I started getting close to them. So I worked with the social welfare department on a project. They carried the street children to the social welfare, and then I felt okay, it was a good opportunity for me to get closer to them. So I went there as an individual at the time, and then was fellowshipping with them on Sundays, and then getting closer to them. I realized the problem was much bigger. So that was when we formed this foundation as a body to address some of these challenges. So today, 26th December, we decided to gather as many children as possible to feed them, but not just to feed them, but we as Cherish A Child Foundation is much particular about the impact we make after the feeding. So we have a couple of them, we have a lot of them right now around where I am having this interview, and then they've been fed already. We have people who have gone through their situation, who have now been transformed, sharing their story right now to them. and they are being touched and giving them hope that they are able to come out of where they are now. So this is what is happening now.
Excellent. That's great. So in Ghana, when we talk of street kids, my experience is that, these are not hooligans. These are not kids who are in the life of crime. These are simply kids who are just trying to make a living, because of their unfortunate situations, parental neglect and, family neglect. They end up on the streets, and they are there not to commit a crime or hurt anybody, but really to sell something. They are hawking. They are, doing really hard labor, what you call, hard child labor, and, just to make a small living, to buy food, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So, that's what I see the difference. Because when you talk about street kids in other places, you're talking about maybe gangs or anything like that. This is not what we are talking about. These are kids who are in very unfortunate situations, and we're all trying to see what we can do to support them. Can you tell us, how long have you been operating? How long have you been doing this, and how do you raise money, to support the work that you are doing?
Okay, we've been operating for 4 years now, since 2016.
Okay.
And so far,
Wow.
I'm grateful to have great support from family and friends. So that's what we've done so far. And then with time, we have some bodies also, some organizations also giving us sponsorship for what we do. So basically, we don't necessarily have to pay for their services. So that's the sort of sponsorship we have. But I believe if we have much monetary sponsorship, we'll be able to go far, because this is very capital intensive.
I can imagine. Yeah. How many children do you support in a typical year?
So in a typical year, we interact with over 200 street children. But then the support we give depends on the situations we come into contact with, and then also the readiness of the children. So some are going through counseling, so they are ready. Because we realize that you can't just pick a child from the street and start investing in them, because they need a mind transformation. They need to have a new sense of purpose. So that's what we do over the 1 year. And then as many as are getting ready, we enroll them in school, and then vocational education or training, apprenticeship, I mean. Yeah.
Okay. And how are you able to connect with these kids?
So we visit them so there are a lot of street children in Accra, but they have different areas where you can find them. So we have some in Accra Central Arts Center. We have some in Opebia. We have some in Medina. A whole lot of places in Accra, Circle, all sorts of. So we visit them where they are and make sure we bond with them.
Wow. So you get them from all various places around Accra, and that's how you first get in touch with them, and then you set up some kind of connection that's ongoing, and that's how you. Okay. Now you held a very special program today. Can you tell us about what you did today?
Okay. So today's program was not specifically just to give them the Christmas spirit and the whole feeling of Christmas. So we use that as a stepping stone, even though it's important. So what we did today, we have a talk on drug abuse for those that get influenced to get into drug. We have Dr. Reginald who came to give them this talk. And then we have other team members who have been transformed and now working with us also around. And then other children who went back home, who were being who were enrolled in school, are also around. So we have one sitting right here with me, and his presence alone was enough to inspire his colleagues.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I hope we will be able to talk to him in a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, what are the typical age groups that you reach out to, and why do you pick such age groups? Like what ages are are kids ready to kind of join your program?
Okay, from 9 to 19.
From 9 to 19, okay.
Yes.
And then what's the selection criteria? I mean, there are a lot of street kids in Accra. So how do you how do you pick and choose which ones to support?
Okay, So as I mentioned earlier, there are some that join our programs and they need more counseling. So as we counsel them, we get to know those that are ready to be invested in. The
Okay.
reason is some of them make decisions, but we need to be sure of how firm the decision is. So we keep counseling till we know you are ready. And so the
Okay.
selection, basically, we don't limit it by age, but we limit it by readiness.
Okay.
So
So what type
yeah.
of programs do they undergo once once they are selected?
Okay, so we have our transformation program. It's a whole project. We start this transformation project with either a transformation outreach, which we are
Mm-hmm.
having one today, or we start with a transformation camp. So during the camp is when we spend more time to reform them and make sure
Mm-hmm.
that they are ready. So right after the program, those that are ready, even in a day's program, we can tell those who are ready, and then
Okay.
quickly we can start working on them. Those that
Wow.
are not ready, keep getting in touch with them, counseling them till we see the readiness, and then we start investing.
Wow. Yeah. So you did mention that this is capital intensive because you're doing
Right.
a whole range of programs just to make sure that these kids don't go back to the streets and they, get careers, they educated and things like that. So it's quite
Yeah.
capital intensive. Tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about the camp. I mean, I know that every year you take kids to a certain camp and you go on for days. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so during the camp, what we do is we take them to strategic programs. We make sure every step of the program is strategic to achieve an objective. So
Mm.
even when we go for lunch, there's something we are seeking to achieve. And also we spend more time playing with them, but every play has a strategy to it. So
Okay.
basically, as a lesson they will learn from every play, and we think that the most efficient way of transforming children because they love to play. So we have activities where um, we also have resource persons who come with their own specialty. So we won't
Okay.
say we take all the credit, but we make sure whoever we need to make the program a success, we go for you. And also we make sure we get people who have been transformed to come and inspire. People who have made it and are doctors, are men of God, and are doing so well in the society. We take them to their site to see what they have been able to achieve, even though they once found themselves in their situation. So this is what we do. It's all about inspiring them and also getting them to make a firm decision to do something better with their life than just to be on the street.
Okay. Wow. So today I want to go back to the program that you had today. You had a program, you had over 100 kids there,
Yes,
and they were picked up from all around Accra, and they were able to
all
partake
around.
in your celebration today for street children.
Yes, yes,
Wow.
all
And
around. Yeah.
I do understand that for maybe 25 Ghana cedis, you are able to provide food, give them a gift, educate them. You bring counselors to this program today.
Yes.
So you educate them about the dangers of drug abuse, and then offer them hope and
Decision
counseling.
making. Yeah.
Wow. So they're not just there to party and have food and drinks, but they actually get something out of this 1 day program.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very well said. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, I mean, if how is the government, giving you support? Are you getting support? I know you mentioned that you do get support from family and friends. How else are you getting support? Because, like you said, this is a lot. It takes a lot of money to do what you are doing. Is the government partnering with you in any way, supporting you somehow?
Okay. So the government is not partnering with me, but the only time I can credit the government, okay, let me put it that way, was during the COVID season. So during the
Mm-hmm.
COVID season, there were children we were so concerned about on the street, and we're wondering how they're going to survive during the COVID-19 season, especially during the lockdown. So through another foundation whom I was working closely with, we reached out to the first lady who gave us some funds to
Okay.
first of all to pay for transportation for those that wanted to go back home. So we took on that project and quickly, those that were ready to go home, we paid their transportations and they left. But for
Okay.
those that were left, we were given funds to feed them daily. So that was the project we carried on during the COVID-19. And that's
Excellent.
the sponsorship I have had from, if I should put it down, but it was Rebecca Foundation, the First Lady's Foundation. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Aside that, with my camp, we have used the social welfare department, their facility for a camp, and that
Okay.
was the only support I got from them as well. Yeah.
Okay. All
The
right.
rest
Well, I hope
relies on us.
that's true. I hope that people are listening and they need to take attention, pay attention to what someone like you is doing your own small way, to help
Yeah.
street kids. And these are kids who are part of society, and we cannot turn our backs on them. So it's
Yeah.
whether government, civil society, all individuals who are in a position to help should be able to step up and support these kids, because there are a lot of street kids around, and we don't see them all the time. We see them selling things and we think they go back home. Some of them just stay right there on the street at night. They sleep there and everything like that. So they really do need our support, and so
Sure.
thank you for doing that. I know, we're still in a pandemic. We are taking precautions.
Sure.
How are you able to, bring these kids together? How are you able to support them? I mean, ensure that they are, in a safe place, or they've been given some safety, materials to kind of take care of themselves.
Yeah. So we ensured we complied with every protocol. So before they get into the event center, we gave everybody a nose mask, and then we make sure they all sanitize their hands before getting into the event. So we are also constantly ensuring that they are wearing their masks as well. So that's what we had in place.
Okay, that's great. And I know you do provide them sanitizers and face masks, and things like that.
Yes.
Okay.
During the COVID season too, we provided that to them as well as
Okay.
a foundation.
All right. Well, thank you. Before I bring, I know you have someone that, one of your graduates, I should say, from the program, that's with you. We want to talk to him and see how, what his view or perceptions are about the program. And, before I do that, let me just welcome everyone. If you're joining us, we are joined by Ms. Salome Delali Atiglah. She's the founder of Cherish A Child Foundation in Ghana, and they provide relief for street children, who are in need. They support them, provide them education and counseling, and guide them to, eventually get off the streets. So she's here sharing the insights with us. Today they had a program in Accra, which they invited hundreds of street kids to come and, and celebrate the festive season, the Christmas holiday, but also to give them support and counseling as well. So that's what we are here to talk about. We have a couple of comments. Just give me a second to read them.
Okay.
Ms. Harabechi is asking, do you provide shelter also for these kids?
Okay, so at the moment, Cherish A Child Foundation has been focusing on reintegrating children back to their homes. So that has been our focus, but we also see the need to have a shelter as a foundation, because the programs we are running, if we have a shelter, we can do it many times within a year, and meaning that we can make impact in many children. But in the moment, we partner with other foundations that have the facilities, and then also partnering with social welfare for their facility for such programs. But at the moment, we are focusing on reintegrating them. We believe the family setting is one strong one that every child should grow in a family. So once we find out that the family is safe for the child to go back to, we reintegrate the children back to their family. For the unique scenarios where we noticed the family wasn't safe to handle such children, we took them to other shelters, and we keep a close eye on everyone.
That's great. So you work in collaboration with other shelters to provide, living services, arrangement, things like that. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Mr. Emmanuel said, good initiative. These kids need our assistance in all respects. Yes, that's something I certainly agree with. All right, thank you. So can you tell us, I know you have a gentleman with you. His name is Philip Yabua, right?
Yeah.
Okay, can Philip join us? We want to ask him some few questions.
Okay. Philip.
Yeah, our
Can you see
video is
Philip?
not great. I know. Yes, I can see him, but we have a problem with the video quality, but that's fine. I mean, at least we can hear him and we can see him as well. Philip, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine.
Good, good, good. How old are you, Philip?
So I'm 17 years.
17. Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
So, do you live in Accra? Are you from another region, or you are actually born and raised in Accra?
Actually, I'm from Bruno region, Sunyani,
Oh,
Usiatre.
okay.
But
Okay. So what?
my mom brought me to my father at Accra here. But when I went to my
Okay.
father, I was facing some challenges in the house. So I tried to follow a certain friend, and he took me to Accra here. Accra, I was staying at Kaswa. So he
Okay.
took me to Circle. So he told me to follow him so that we can have a work to do. So I went there to sell pure water, and I was there for almost 1 year. Yeah, I was there for 1 year. So when I went there, he told me to, like, if I can survive with selling the pure water, it will be okay for me. I told him no, I cannot be okay with it. So I'll just move and find different job. So I went to airport police at Opavia. I was there using some tools we used to clean car grasses at the traffic. So that was what I've been doing when I went out from the house.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So you came all the way from the Brown Hartford region, or the
Yes,
Bono region, and you ended up on the streets of Accra because your father was not able to help you as expected.
yes.
Okay. And how long have you been with the program, with the Cherish Child Foundation?
I met them when I was 11 years. Yes, I was 11 years when I came to the street.
Really? Okay. And now
I,
you are
I was 11.
17.
So I left there when I was 15 years. So now I'm
Wow.
17 years.
17. And how has the
Yeah.
program been able to help you to get to where you are today?
Okay. The program has taken me to different uh, challenges here, because when I was at the street, I was not able to read and write. But when I met Auntie Salome, she introduced me to some of his friends, and they taught
Mm,
me how to read and write. So
wow.
when I was there, she told me to go home back to my mother's place or my father's place, and I told her that I can't go back to my father's place. So I want to go back to my mother's place, and she told me to, okay, if I would like to go, then she'll give me a transport so that I can take it to my mother's place. So she gave me the money to go, and I went.
Wow. So they've been able to support you to kind of reintegrate you back to your family. And I understand that you're doing vocational training now.
Yes, of course.
What are you doing?
Okay. So
Hmm.
Now I'm in JHS school. I'm about to complete it.
Okay, okay, you're in JHS. Okay. Miss Alme, you want to, share something with us?
yeah, I just wanted to mention that he's in school, so he didn't get you right.
Okay, okay. So he's still in school in JHS.
Yes, I'm
And
in JHS
I must
now.
give you credit. Oh, okay. That's great. I must give you credit because, as you said, you speak very good English. You speak very well, and it's a testament to what they've been able to do with you. The training that they gave you, and clearly you are doing great in school, and we are happy to see that. And I hope that with government's initiative of free SHS, you'll be able to carry on, go to secondary school and graduate and do bigger things. So we're really happy to see that you are a success story for this program, and we want to see more kids join this program, be able to do to be able to lead a better life and leave the streets. So Philip, thank you for joining us, and I think we'll be talking to you again. All right.
Okay, thank you too.
Thank you. Wow. So, Miss Salome, this is excellent story. It is an excellent story because you've been able to take a kid from the streets and take them through the program. Now you reintegrated them back to their families, and they are living their life as a normal kid. They are home. They are going to school, and he seems very healthy. He speaks very well. So this is something very encouraging.
Yeah, I must add to this. He's actually the school prefect in his school.
Wow.
He resigned 2 years ago, and then in a year he was made the school prefect.
That is amazing. That's amazing. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Even if we have to, change the life of one child at a time, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. And whenever I'm in Ghana, I drive this, on the streets of Accra, you see these kids, like you were saying, around the airport area. They are selling water. They are, cleaning your windscreen. They're doing everything just to survive. And it's nice to hear a story like that. That a kid like that has been able to go back home and been a success story. We have some few more comments that I want to read. Miss Felicia Autry said, "Great work. May the good Lord give you strength for all you do."
Thank you.
And then Miss Desiree Desiree Hodge. He says, "Hi, I'm from Convening International. These kiddos are our future. They are going to be doctors, lawyers, world leaders, teachers, and scientists. We must invest in their future for the greater good of society, not just locally, but also globally."
Yeah.
And then we have some more comments here. Mr. Isaac Eduhene Poku said, "Thank you for such initiative. High student graduates can also reach out to Ocean Tech Craft Training Center and apply for some of our programs." So that's something that definitely we can look to into, for some of your children. Okay. And then Mr. Ezekiel Adu said, "Great work, Salome. You are making a generational impact. God bless you."
Thank you.
Mr. Othman Kaba said, "Good initiative. Please keep this up." And then Mr. Louis Watson said, "Good job, guys, for bringing this initiative to light." Well, thank you. We are certainly delighted to have her, share what she is doing, because especially on this day, we want to see that, the kids who are less fortunate in society are also taking part in these celebrations, and not only getting gifts, but also getting life-changing help, in whatever they are facing in life. So can you tell us, how does somebody help you if someone wants to support you? How do they do that? How do they contribute to your organization?
Okay, so if someone wants to support us, can reach out to us on cherishachild7@gmail.com, and then we'll talk further.
So it says cherishachild.7@gmail.com.
cherishachild7@gmail.com.
Okay, and then your website is also www.cherishachildgh.org, right?
Yeah.
So let me put that out again: www.cherishachildgh.org, and that's also streaming below our screen, so you can take a look. And if you have any support for this organization, please certainly do that. Every bit counts. $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever you can give goes a long way to provide food and services for some of these kids, and they are doing really amazing work. I know the camp program that you do, goes on for days, and I know how expensive it can be. So we want to see how we can put some light or bring some attention to what you are doing, and however way we can get people to support what you are doing is our goal here, because I know that firsthand the impact that you are making there in Ghana.
Yeah.
So tell me what's Go ahead.
I was just going to mention our contact number in case that will be helpful too.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah.
So with the Ghana code +233 24 098
Okay.
5937.
Okay. All right.
So I go
Yeah.
over
Yeah. He said +233 24
yeah.
798 5937.
24098.
Okay. We'll be putting that below on our screens as well.
Sure.
And yeah, we'll make sure that people have that and they're able to get in touch with you. Can you tell us what your plans are for the new year, 2021? What is Cherish A Child Foundation doing?
Okay. So for the new year, we plan to enroll this project and carry it 4 times in a year. So every quarter we want to run a transformation camp, which will host 50 children, and also make sure that we integrate as many as possible back to their homes. And those that need support, we will love to give them this support, because what we notice is when you reintegrate children back to their homes and the support is not there, they find themselves back to the street. So we are hoping that we'll have more support to be able to do more this time.
Okay.
And also we are looking for our inauguration this year. This year we are 5. Next year we will be 5 years, and also we are looking for to have our inauguration as well.
Excellent. So that will be in 2021.
2021. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And right now, how many kids, do you have, who are directly going through your program? Because I know today's program was to kind of reach out to them, but you already have kids who are in the pipeline. How many children are you currently supporting?
Okay, currently we are focusing on 20 of them.
20. Okay. And what are the age groups?
Then we interacting with the many, which is 200. Like I mentioned, we meet them in different areas of Accra. So within the year, we would have come into contact with as many as 200 children. But we fish out those that we want to focus on for a period of time.
Okay. So you say you have 20. Can you tell us the age group for this 20 that you the 20 kids that you have right now?
Okay. So they are between 15 and 19. Currently.
Okay.
Between 15 and 19.
And what kind of programs are they going through at the moment?
Okay, so some of them are already getting into apprenticeships. So we are keeping a close eye on them and see how they are faring in that. And then also for those who are in school, we keep in touch with them. We keep talking to some also who are not yet enrolled in anything at all. So every Saturday and Sunday, we contact such ones and then continually take them through the counseling.
Okay. That's great. All right. So I have some few more comments that I want to show you. I think it's important to see, what people are saying. Dr. Michael Boydu says, great work. We need direct contact so we can support you in our own ways. Thank you, Doctor. Miss Shiata Ure says, Umoja means unity. It is the first principle of Kwanzaa. Africa must unite, and it starts now with our youth and young leaders. I can definitely agree with that. Mr. Raxon Bonner says, may God bless you for all you do. And Mr. Don Major said, awesome work, Salome. Okay, Dr. Michael Boydus also has another question. He said, he is willing to help you like many others. How are you financially responsible? How are you audited? Can you give us some kind of assurance that if somebody supports you, your program, your organization will be able to use the funds responsibly?
Yes. Okay. So we have auditors, and then we keep records of every bit of money we receive.
Excellent. I know you do. I know how dedicated you are to this organization, and you've personally invested your money to do this for many years. And we are very appreciative of the work that you are doing. I certainly hope that many others will come in to support what you are doing, even if it's for a little amount. Salome, so what's your message for street kids at, right now, kids who are still on the street don't know what to do? What's your message for them? What can civil society and government all come in to do to support you?
Okay, so my message for street children first is there's hope. There's hope. Whatever they may be going through, regardless of their challenges, it doesn't matter how far they have gotten to. There's still hope. Once they make a decision that they need help is available. Especially Cherish a Child, we will always come after those who are ready and are ready to be helped. And for all the organizations, we have noticed over the period that this work is too big for one organization to do alone. And so networking is very important. So as I mentioned earlier, if we bring our strengths together, I mentioned we don't have a shelter yet, but we will make sure whatever we need, we contact whoever has the strength. And so if we should all come together with our strength, if the government is coming together with their strength and the social welfare department, all the other agencies come together with their strength, even with individuals, we will do more and we will go far. Because my strength can only take me back to a limit. But where my limit is, if your strength takes me further, we keep going and we make sure every child that is ready to be helped is being helped.
Excellent. All right. So we have another comment from Mr. Mohammed Suraj. He said, "God bless Africa. The future is bright." Certainly. And Councilman Pius Ali also said, "Thanks for the good work, Salome." So people are seeing what you're doing, and like I said, you are impacting lives, changing people's lives, and you just an individual. But we need to come in and support people like you and other organizations that are doing similar work, to cater for these children because they are our future. Before, we have very few minutes left, but I want to take some time and put some information out. If you want to reach out to Cherish A Child Foundation, their website is www.cherishachildgh.org. You can also contact them on +233, which 206 30 6343, 233 206 306 343. And then if you are in Ghana, you want to send what we call mobile money, make a money transfer, there's a number that you can directly send that to, and it will go directly to the Cherish A Child Foundation. That number is 233-240-985937. 233-240-985937. And again, we have it rolling, their website is on the banner. You could donate directly from their website and it will go directly to them. I think, I've spoken to you about try to understand what you've been doing. You and I have spoken at length on this, and my organization have decided to partner with you every year to do what you did today, to bring kids together, kind of reach out to them. I think it's very important to kind of, create that contact right from the get-go, and then, you do a very good job of staying in touch with them throughout the year and see how you can best support them. So we've made committed some donation, monetary donation for you. I won't give the amount, but we have made that pledge to you, and we'll be doing this every year with you, and we'll send our crew down to support what you are doing. And also, a friend of mine wrote a very interesting book. It's a book of poetry, a book of poems, and I think it's an excellent book that we could give some to your kids to read. It will inspire them. It will inspire them to think and focus on how they can get off the street and do something better with their lives. And we know a lot of these kids, that's all they want, is to be inspired, to be motivated to do something, and they are willing to do it. So the name of the book is called Silent Noisy Walk in My Mind. It's called The Silent Noisy Walk in My Mind. I don't know if you can see it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you
it's
so
called
much.
The Silent Noisy Walk in My Mind, and it's written by Mr. Kwesi Intemmensa. Mr. Kwesi Intemmensa. So we're going to provide you 30 copies of these books that you could give to the kids that you have, so they can also, spend some of their leisure time to read and be inspired by poetry, because these are things that we all need from time to time to kind of get the mind going. So that's what, in addition to our cash donation, we'll be providing you with that. And I know there are many people who are going to reach out to you to support you and the work that you are doing. We share your information on our website, and then put your contact information also out there so people can reach out to you. So before we sign off, I have one more comment that I want to read, because I think these comments are so important. Mr. Derek Minter said, "This is a very good initiative. The children are our future. God bless you and the foundation. Can you let us know what's the age limit that you accept for the foundation and the plans to expand it?" I think you already told us, so you could briefly tell us again the age gaps, the age limits that you select these kids from. And I know you have bigger plans, so maybe you could just talk briefly about that, and then we'll sign off from there.
Okay. So for the age limit, I mentioned we are working with 9 to 19 anyway. However, if we come across children who are below the 19, we take them back to their parents. We actually focus on reintegration now, but our plans for the year is to start putting together a transition center where we'll have our own training center and have accommodations where those children we are working on can be closely monitored and taken to the program. And also we can have more programs within the year, not being limited by resources.
Right. Okay. That's excellent. That's really great. And I know Philip is still next to you, and we want to thank him for coming, for joining us. Miss Salome, we want to thank you for the work that you are doing. Philip, let me say bye to you. Thank you for joining us. And we hope we're going to be in touch. We want to follow through and see what you are doing and what you end up doing, after you finish JHS. And, I hear you are a school prefect, so keep up the good work. Keep the discipline high, and we'll be following up with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Ms. Salome, thank you again for joining us. We're really happy that you've been able to share the good work that you are doing, and the work, today, bringing all these hundreds of kids together, providing them food and resources and education, counseling to kind of better their lives and get off the streets eventually. And we urge you to continue in your efforts. We will support you in every way that we can, and we will also, from time to time, solicit funds from people to help you, because I think this is such an important job that you are doing there in Ghana. So keep up the good work, and happy holidays to you, and we will be in touch very soon.
Thank you for having me too. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much, and stay safe. All right, viewers, thank you for joining us. This brings us to the end of our conversation with Miss Salome Atiglah, and the work that she's doing with Cherish A Child Foundation in Accra. Please, if you want to support them, go to their website as I've given out. And again, it's www.cherishachildgh.org, and see what you can do to support them. You can donate directly to them, and it will, I can assure you that it will go to a very good cause. So thank you again for joining us, and please stay tuned for more programs. We'll be rolling out some few very good programs in the new year. Very, very insightful things that are going on within our society here in the US and in Ghana. So stay tuned, and thank you again. Bye-bye, Salome.
Bye, Fred.